Imagine having the power to store a multiple value in a single cell and still query them is as easy like a row in the table. That is the magic of array in BigQuery. Yes, you guessed it correctly. Today we are going to demonstrate array functions and its usage in BigQuery. My name is Anand Yadav and I am welcome all of you in my channel Study Desk of Anand. So let's get started a demonstration of a array function. Now arrays looks simple when we have a term called programming language, but this sounds a bit confusing and complicated when we are talking in terms of query like a SQL or BigQuery. So here we are going to first create an array. So for that what we can see select and the syntax will be similar. Let's say I have an element called apple. I have a next element called banana and next for fruit will be orange. So this is how I'm going to create my fruits array. Let me just execute this and see if we are getting yes. So we have the first row that is 1 and it has the next fruits element that is created as an array that we can see here. Now here we know that we can get the length of array, right? So how we can get the length of array in SQL query? We have a ready-made functions called array underscore length. So that will give us a length of array. So let me just print that out. So we have a array length and we will be going to get the length of array. So that we can see we have a three elements present in the array. So we get the count as 3. Now next function we have something called reverse. So let's just demonstrate that reverse array. So we have a array reverse function and we will be passing a simple value. Let's say I am passing 1 comma 2 comma 3 so that we can easily relate. Now see, after reversing the array we'll be getting 3 to 1. If we create a simple array, right, the representation will be 1 to 3, but this array reverse will change the order. Now the next functions we are going to see a concatenation of two arrays. So let's say we have a two array, right, and we need to concate them. So we have something called array concate that we can see, and we'll be passing two array. So I'll be using first array as 1 comma 2 and my next array will be going to 3 comma 4, and let's see if we are able to merge these two array in a single column. So that we can see we have merged it. Now the total amount value we can see 1 2 3 4. Now we have something called array to string, right? So if we have an array and that we need to convert as a string, so how we can do that? Let's have this array, and what we can do, we will be using a function called array to string. So right now let me just execute this first. So this will give us a value in terms of array, right? It has apple, banana and oranges, and if I just convert this to string, so we will be having all this value in a single cell that we can see array to string, so that we can see. One thing we miss, guys, we need to pass a delimiter as well so that each of the word can be added here. So let me just add this so that we can see each of the word we have added array to string, so that apple, banana and oranges we have added with the hyphen symbol, so that join all element with a separator giving a value as apple hyphen banana hyphen oranges. So this is the syntax of array to string. This is how we convert. Now let's say we have this array, right, and we wanted to access the element of this array. How we can access it? So we have something called offset. This offset will give us like accessing this element at the index level. So we can see that, let's say I wanted to access Apple, right? So how we can do that? We will be adding a offset as a key, and we will be passing a zero index so that we can access only Apple. So sometime it happens that like in data transformations we do split the array, and we wanted to access the first element, right? So that is how we can access using offset of 0. Now we have like something called UNNEST. So UNNEST, guys, this is very confusing when we have a new beginner, right? We started with the BigQuery. We are wondering like, what is this UNNEST? So UNNEST is nothing but, let me just demonstrate so that you can understood easily. So when we execute this array, we can see that we have a column, we have a one row, and that is our next column can have a multiple elements. Now what happened in terms of doing a normalization, right? Our query wanted to perform operations with apple separately, banana separately, and orange separately. So for flattening this array into the granular level and making it a normalize, we are using something called unnest function. So array are powerful when used with the actual data. For example, each order contains multiple items. You can store them as an array and use unnest to flatten them into the rows of our analysis. For demonstration, what we can do, we have already executed this and we can see that this is the array list. So we will be use function called unnest, and we are passing this array. So this array we already have created. So we'll be passing, and we can see that after using this unnest, this is being flattened. So we are missing some syntax here. So like, let's say we have used select, right? So this unnest can't work in the select statement directly. So what we need to do, we have a something called alias, that is a fruit. So we need to pass it here, fruits, and from unnest. Now this will work because this unnest will give us a tabular representation, and we are selecting from this tabular, and we can see that now our data is getting a normalized. Earlier it was just a one row. Now we have a three rows, each of them assigned some different value: apple, banana, and oranges. So I hope, guys, array in BigQuery aren't just a feature; they are super powerful and managing repeated and the nested data. Once you master them, you will write a cleaner, faster, and more flexible query. So if this video help you unlock the potential of array in BigQuery, right? Smash that like button, share this video with all your data loving friends, and subscribe more for advanced SQL magic and the GCP concept. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Happy learning.